Good, beautiful morning, everybody. Welcome to the Monday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. It is Monday, December the 5th, 2022. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today we're going to be looking at a very fascinating subject: how to align to the vibration. How to align to the vibration of what you want. This is something that people don't understand. That you literally, to align yourself to a vibration of what you want means you have to bring your body, your mind, your emotions, and your awareness into alignment. Good morning, everybody. You have to learn how to bring them into a vibrational alignment so that they're all aligned to each other. It's going to be a really interesting couple of days here. Hello, Joel. Hello, Hassan. Good morning, Christopher. Hi, TikTok. How you doing? So I'm streaming live on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can just click the subscribe button and the notification bell, or you can just follow me here on TikTok. We are at a very fascinating time in human collective unconsciousness. You know, we are separate individuals, but we utilize our energy collectively to produce what you see in the world today. It's a collective endeavor, whether you're aware of that or not. Though individuals may be the vehicle for a specific expression, like the invention of the airplane or the invention of a car came through the mind of a specific individual, but it served the whole of us all together because we have collective desires and wants and needs of being happier, healthier, more prosperous. We all have that desire. Every single human being on this planet has that desire. And the energy of that desire is what precipitates the innovations that we see happening to all of us. Excuse me. Good morning. Yes. Here we go. So yeah, we are in this place where we need to learn how to align our vibration. Excuse me, just my greens drink was a little thicker than usual today. There we go. A lot of beings crowding in around me today too. There's a lot of energy here today for us. It's really important you understand that your world that's happening around you is because of the vibrations that are happening within you, in your mind, in your emotions, in your body. There is no randomness in the events that are happening in your life. There's no randomness in the events that are happening in our lives, individually and collectively. The nature and quality of your thoughts, your emotions, your body, and how you coordinate your thoughts, your emotions, and your body with your awareness is determining what creations you are experiencing. They determine what creations you're experiencing. And we are living in a very, very strange world where people think that the body is the source of their identity, that their sense of individuality comes exclusively from the body. That's not the case. You can look at a herd of gazelle and you can see that the gazelle are all individuals, but they have this herd mentality where they stick together and they function on almost the same way. Every gazelle fundamentally is like every other gazelle. There's no distinction. The same with cows and other herding animals, that these creatures have no distinct individuality that we humans have. That does not mean that they don't have individual souls, that they don't have individuality as a physical organism, but they don't have the capacity to articulate themselves individually in the same way that humans do. And so we're seeing a lot of people identifying themselves as just a physical body, and the sense of who they are is just a physical body. We see people that are identifying themselves as certain thoughts and certain emotions and functioning in very limiting ways from that. But today, how do we raise our vibration to be in alignment with what you want. And then how do you know if what you want is really what you really need? Because you might want to drink, but it might not be something you need in terms of, like, say, alcohol. It might be something you want, but it might not be something that you need. You may want to think or believe you are a certain way, and it might be what you want, but it may not be what you need. And learning to understand what you need versus what you want becomes very, very important, because people want a lot of things that might not be good for them. I know that very well from my own personal experience of wanting things that I didn't really need. So you come to this place now where you're wondering, how can I manifest what I want to manifest in my life? This is a really big thing for the last, since The Power of Positive Thinking, Napoleon Hill's beautiful book. The idea of getting yourself, your mind, your thoughts, your feelings into alignment to an idea. Let's go a little deeper. It's not just about an idea. It's about a vibration, a feeling sensation that you can generate deliberately and intentionally. A vibration or feeling that you can generate intentionally, and that vibration and feeling can be brought down into your mind, and that feeling will generate certain thoughts, and those thoughts will generate certain emotions, and those emotions will generate certain actions. If you are coming from a vibrational state of fear, if your awareness is connected to fear, then you're going to fundamentally create thoughts that will have fear, that will generate fear, that will cause actions that are based in fear. If you are able to alter, there's just somebody present here right now. I don't know who this is, but they're just saying that it's really important you listen to your soul and not to your mind. It's important that you learn to listen to your soul and not your mind. So how do you change your vibration? If you believe that the conditions of your body determine who you are, then your decisions and your thoughts and your beliefs and ideas are going to come from the belief that you're just a body, that you have to have certain things to make you feel a certain way from this world. You have to taste a certain food or have a certain sensation in order to feel good or feel bad. And I got to tell you, that's a very primitive way to exist. If you determine your sense of well-being exclusively from the perspective of your biology, you're going to do a lot of suffering. Hi, Christopher. Hi, Drusilla. So Drusilla's asking, okay, if we learn to change our vibration with our awareness, are we bypassing our emotions? No. You transcend, you transmute, you transform emotions from one state to another. Emotions are pure energy in motion. That's all emotions are. They're pure energy in motion, in direct relation to the nature and quality of the thoughts, images, and ideas that you hold in your mind. Thoughts, ideas, and images in your mind generate electrical energy that you experience as an emotion. When you change those thoughts, those images, and ideas, you change the quality or the frequency of the emotion from one state to another. You can alter and change very specific things. Like you can be in a state that you're very angry, and you can become aware, oh, I'm very angry. And the minute you become aware that you are angry, as awareness, you can alter and change the function of that emotion. But if you get lost in the emotion, you go, I am angry. The minute you do, I am angry, you get lost in the emotion. Now you identify as anger, right? The minute you decide, I am angry, you identify as anger and you'll express as anger versus saying, I'm aware that I'm really angry. I'm aware of that, but it's not who I am. At that position of awareness, you can begin to alter the vibrational frequency from anger. And there are simple ways that we've been given to demonstrate how you can literally change an emotional energy like anger or sadness or depression. You can literally change those emotional frequencies from the perspective of your awareness. And only from the perspective of your awareness can you initiate changes in your emotional field. It's only from the perspective of your awareness that you can change emotional energy. Other people can try and change your emotions. They can console you and they can say, oh, I feel so. but it will not change your fundamental emotion except to a small degree. You, as awareness, are the entity, the consciousness that can alter and affect change in your emotional field. So you can take an energy of anger and you can interact with that energy of anger with a different energy. So let's say you're feeling sad and you're suddenly aware, oh, I have this sadness and I feel this sadness right here in my body. You can actually turn to the sadness from the perspective of awareness, and you can extend thoughts to your sadness that will actually alter its frequency. So you can literally alter the frequency of your emotional energy by the nature and quality of certain thoughts that you use. This is very important to understand, because in order to get what you want, you have to be in vibrational alignment to it. All of the people, all of the places, all the circumstances, all of the events in your life right now are because of the nature and quality of the vibrations you've established in your mind and body, those that are both consciously maintained and unconsciously operating. When you are able to deliberately and intentionally shift the emotional frequency in your body, in your mind, you'll alter conditions in the world around you. So yes, you're not bypassing emotions with this process. You're transforming emotions from one state to another, because energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one state to another. And you've only got 3 mechanisms that you can use to change emotional energy that you're aware that you're feeling or experiencing. You've got your breath. You can use the breath of the body. You can use thoughts in your mind to counter that emotion. We find that that's not very effective, except in generating a new energy. But most effectively is you as awareness being able to interact with your emotions with a different intention. So let's say that, as we said earlier, you've got sadness. So you find that sadness is in your chest or in your head or wherever your sadness is in your body, because you store emotion in your body. You store emotions in your body. That's where they get stored. That's why people remember stuff all the time. It's the emotions connected to events that have you remember them and keep the emotion stored in the body. So you identify where in the body the emotion is stored. And then you can interact with that emotional energy differently than the thoughts that maintain it. Because a certain emotion has to have a certain quality of thoughts. If those thoughts are maintained, the emotion stays the same. So then you say, okay, there's my sadness. And you turn to the sadness and you make a simple statement like, I'm willing to love you, because sadness is usually an indicative energy. There's a vibrational need for love, because there's only 2 polarities of emotion, fear and love. There's only those 2 ranges of emotion, fear and love, and all the various degrees in between. Sadness is in between fear and love. Joy is in between fear and love. But the moment you apply a higher potential to a lower, that is, in applying, for example, the vibration of love, an intention to love your sadness, you'll begin to alter its frequency. Try this right now. If you got any sadness, or even if you got anger or upset in your awareness right now, turn your attention to it and just say, I'm willing to love you. But say it in an internal tone of voice that sounds like you mean it. Just say, I'm willing to love you. And feel how that emotional energy responds to you. Now, this is just a very beginning step to get you familiar with the fact that, first off, you can control and alter your emotions. Your emotions do not have to be determined by the environment anymore. When you understand what's being said here, you no longer have to remain subjective to the belief that the environment determines what you feel, unless you continue exposing yourself to things on television, on radio, and such that, of course, re-stimulate certain qualities of emotion, because people can direct energies at you. People can direct energy at you, and you can take that energy on. And you might say, that person upset me. No, they projected an energy at you. You accepted it. You're giving it attention now. And you think, they hurt my feelings. Well, the very thought, they hurt my feelings, sends a signal to the brain and body to create feelings that are hurt in your body. So now you perpetuate that. Then you go into blame and attack, and that becomes a waste of time. So simply align yourself to the vibration of sadness or anger, or whatever emotion you want to change. Once you get experience that you can alter and change an emotional frequency, and you understand that you can actually do that as a function of your will, then you can begin to move your attention and awareness into the conceptual understanding that you can begin to alter your vibrational frequency. The moment you can feel yourself altering and changing an emotional quality within your mind and body, that's when you begin to assume authority over establishing the vibration. Once you can begin to change your own vibration as a function of your will, at that point, you can begin to consider new thoughts, new ideas that would produce emotional vibrations that would best represent what you want to experience. So you take the vibration of sadness and you interact with it from a vibrational state of love. It transforms that energy from that state into something else. Do this. Don't just take my word for it. Like, if you got any sadness, you're upset about something, find where that upset or sadness is stored in your body. Literally, find where it's stored in your body. And then put your attention there and just say, I'm willing to love you. I'm willing to care for you. I'm willing to take care of you. You communicate that thought to your sadness and feel how it responds. Or your anger, feel how it responds. Right? When you start to feel your own emotional energy reacting to the way you interact with it, suddenly you move into a position where you're now able to start directing and controlling the vibrational frequency that you're on. Because people can stay stuck in sadness, they can stay stuck in anger, they can stay stuck in guilt and shame. But at any point in the process, if you understand what's being said, you can literally shift or change. You can shift or change those emotional energies from one state to another. A really simple example is if we take this glass of water. This liquid water is liquid. We can see that it's clearly liquid. If I take this liquid and I place it in the freezer, and the vibrational emanation in the freezer, which is cold, comes and imparts itself onto the water, and over a period of time, called a process called induction, the temperature of cold goes in, slows the water molecules down, and the vibration of cold now makes this into ice. So now that which is cold around it is also within it. So we've taken an external vibration such as cold and we put it into this substance called liquid water, and it becomes ice. Now think of this vibration, think of the refrigerator freezer as your awareness directing the idea of, say, joy or love or wealth or prosperity into your mind and body. Think of this glass of water as your mind and body, and your awareness is the consciousness that can alter or change the vibration. So like the freezer turning this into ice, so too you can take an idea like excitement and happiness and wealth and prosperity, and you generate that thought, and that thought will generate emotion, and you continue to direct that thought into the body-mind. You bring that energy into the body-mind consistently, repeatedly, and it begins to change the energy in your body and mind from one state to another. Now that it's ice, you can also now take this ice and take it out of the glass and take it over the stove and put it on another device called the stove, and change the frequency of that ice back to water. And then you can change the frequency of the water if you increase the temperature of heat into steam. Your awareness, you, not your personality, not who you think you are, not who the world has made you into believing you are. You as awareness that is separate and distinct from the collage of thoughts and information in your mind. This you, that is this awareness, is the aspect of yourself that can alter and change the frequency of emotions and thoughts in your body, the same way the freezer and the stove can alter and change the frequency, the structure of the water. So too can you as awareness alter the quality of thoughts and emotions in your mind and body so as to induce a different vibrational state, thereby creating a different experience in time and space. This is really simple, and yet many people are lost to it because you believe that the thoughts in your mind are you, but they are not. You believe that the emotions that you're feeling are you, but they are not. They are instruments that you use in a function of creation. And if you come to the understanding that you are not the thoughts, you are the thinker, you are not the emotions, you are the feeler, you are not the body, you are the awareness that is able to direct and manage that physical structure called your body. This brings us back to the understanding that if you are poor, if you are angry, if you are depressed, if you are sad, that you as awareness can begin to effect a vibrational change in your mind, in your emotions, and in your body if you understand this simple principle that you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are an awareness that inhabits the physical medium of the body that you're hearing these words through. And from that perspective, you are able to begin to induce or bring into existence new thoughts, generating new vibrations, creating new sensations, new behaviors in the expression of your consciousness through that physical form. There is no greater time to understand this principle than now. You must understand that there is a process unfolding that is a direct result of human collective unconsciousness as a united field affecting time, space, and matter. You can see this clearly in your social and political systems right now, that certain qualities of emotion are more dominant in some countries than in others. And the more dominant are certain emotional qualities, very specific expressions naturally unfold from that. Yes. Please excuse the background noise. They're renovating a unit just above and to the left of us. I had no idea they were going to do that today. But it's important you understand that you, as an awareness, are independent of your thoughts, are independent of your emotions, are independent of your biology, but you work through them and you use all three of those mechanisms for the function of creation while you're in a physical dimension. Now, there are many of us that have come to you in the non-physical dimensional realms, interacting with you energetically to hopefully inspire you to awaken to this truth, so that you as an individual and as a collective species can surrender your subjectivity. You can surrender your subjectivity to the thoughts, the emotions, and the biology that you currently possess, that you no longer have to be subjective to the thoughts, ideas, and emotions of other people, that you may independently select, choose, and generate your own emotional conditions. All emotion seeks to manifest conditions of matter, time, and space. All of your emotions will affect themselves as functional experiences in your life. There is not one experience in your life that does not have a direct correlation between emotion, thought, and imagination. And you, as the awareness, have the opportunity to begin to effect intentional, deliberate, precise changes in the conditions of your lives, individually and collectively. Collectively, you are seeing great imbalance happening not just in your social structures, but you're also seeing great imbalance occurring and unfolding in your geological and geoplanetary system. There are actual changes and imbalance happening, a literal imbalance happening with your planet as a result of the collective energy that you all unconsciously participate in, this vibrational energy of fear, which loans itself to altering conditions of time, space, and matter very differently than the collective vibration of love would. The vibration of love is extremely cohesive. It is very well organized, and it is very loans itself to elevating you up to higher expressions of yourself, whereas the vibrational intention of fear does exact opposite. It creates chaos and transformation that may not be so pleasant to you. But at the point where you can individually and collectively begin to alter and change your emotional frequency as an effect of choice from the perspective of your awareness, you can begin to surrender your subjectivity to the fear of survival, the ignorance in your thoughts, and the emotional energy that these two generate, that many of you believe that you are these emotions. You are not your emotions. Emotions are the energy that you send into motion with the function of thought and image. You are the awareness. So to align yourself to the vibration of love will give you an awareness of experiences that match it. Just as if you are aligned to the vibrations of sadness and anger and upset, you are experiencing those things in your world around you right now. You'll be around people that are like that. And until you come to the understanding that you can deliberately and intentionally alter and change your emotional energy as a consequence of how you use your awareness, you can then begin to change your vibrational state, which loans itself to the conditions you are currently experiencing and the conditions you can experience simply by learning how to change your energy from one state of frequency to another. Fear is a frequency. Love is a frequency. Anger, joy, sorrow, these are all frequencies of energy that you can alter and change as a function of your awareness, recognizing that you can change thought and you can interact with thought and you can interact with emotion very differently than what the thoughts and emotions in and of themselves will allow you to. Thoughts and emotions cannot change themselves. Let us repeat that. Thoughts and emotions cannot change themselves. You, as awareness, are the only faculty in your personality that can affect change in your thoughts, which in turn affect changes in your emotional field, which in turn affects the way your body will behave in any given moment of time and space. Please understand that. You are not bypassing your emotions. You are transforming. You are transmuting. You are altering and changing them as a function of your conscious will. You are a soul living through a material medium of a body, the astral or energetic realm of thought, the vibrational or energetic realm of emotion. You live through those creatively or unconsciously. Hassan's asking, does life have meaning? Yeah, they tell me that life has the meaning that you can experience that has been given to you, or life has the meaning that you can choose to create for yourself. You can create a construction of your personality that is pleasing to you, and thereby create certain emotional qualities that are also pleasing to you, and in turn generate experiences that are in alignment to those emotional vibrations that are pleasing to you. We see many of you creating thoughts, generating emotions, and having experiences that are not too pleasant. And many of you have not made the correlation that your awareness is the one that is able to coordinate your thoughts and emotions to function more favorably for you. So life essentially has the meaning that your thoughts and your emotions produce through the experience of your body. And what your body experiences is what you call the meaning of your life. So then life has whatever meaning you would choose to assign to it as a vibration. It can mean joy, it can mean sorrow, it can mean many things. But what would you have it mean for you? What would you have life mean to you? Wow, so cool. I like that. Someone's asking, my grandmother just passed away yesterday. Does it take a while to cross over? No, it takes a while to get reoriented. But if you just pause for a moment, okay? Let me see, because there's another person that also says the same thing. Jenna, sit down for a moment, like literally sit down and take a few deep breaths and just release all the sadness and all those emotions that you have. Those emotions of sadness and fear will actually block your perception of them trying to communicate with you. Emotions, lower vibrational emotions like fear, anger, guilt, shame, they'll block you from perceiving higher vibrational energies. So sit down, take a few slow, deep breaths. And as you take those breaths, Jenna, literally let your body relax. Give your body permission to relax, release all the tension, and then put your attention around your body. So become aware of the space around your body and just think, don't say, but think to your grandma. Say, think, grandma, think your attention out to her. She's right close to you, but think on her. Think on her. And as you do that, just become aware of anything that changes energetically around you. Okay? Just feel that. You'll feel the sensation of her energy. She's very warm, but you'll feel it the way you feel it. I'm feeling her energy is very warm. She's feeling very relieved right now, actually. She's relieved that you have the possibility of understanding her presence in your life does not end with the body. She's saying, don't forget to read the book. That's what she's telling me to tell you. I don't know what that is, but she's telling me to tell you, don't forget to read the book. Again, I don't know what the book is, but that's what she's telling you. It's a black covered book and it's got gold writing on it. But she's saying read the book. But just sit quietly, release your sadness, so you can tune into the energy of your consciousness, which is still present. And then Jenna, just leave a comment in the comment section on TikTok about what your experience is, so that other people can understand that life does not end when the body ceases to function. The physical medium of expression has ceased to exist, but the awareness is not bound by flesh; it's bound by spirit. Thank you so much for that question. Hi guys. Any messages from my grandmother or father-in-law who recently passed? Yeah, I'm getting your father-in-law. There's a place that, yeah, in the place where he sat most, go there. Go to the place where he sat most. Yeah, go to the place where he sat most. Place your left hand where his left hand was. And then you'll feel him there. He's going to be staying there for a while. He's not leaving there just yet. He's going to stay there for a while. But understand that perceiving non-physical beings, okay? And there are different levels of non-physical beings. There are high vibrational beings. There are low vibrational beings. And I know Christian mythology talks a lot about evil and darkness, and there is evil and darkness. Believe me, there's lots of evil and darkness in this world and in other dimensions, as well as there is incredible good and wonder and magic and beautiful. There's that too. But anybody can learn to attune their awareness to perceive beyond the scope of your 5 physical senses. You do this all the time anyway. But anybody can learn to perceive beyond the 5 physical senses. You do it already. I'm saying that again for a very good reason. Your thoughts are invisible, but you can perceive them. Your emotions are invisible, but you can perceive them, because they're not physical elements until they move through the medium of your body, and then you can see somebody express their joy or express their sadness. The minute emotion goes through the body, it causes the body to function. But everybody can learn to perceive the non-physical realms of consciousness. There's no one individual on this planet that's special in that regard. There are some individuals on this planet that have developed that ability to perceive beyond the 5 physical senses, but nobody's more special than anybody else in regards to being able to perceive non-physical entities. But it's highly recommended that you get yourself into a more enlightened or uplifted state before you pursue connecting to non-physical beings, because there are lots of things like possession going on right now from lower vibrational entities. I see them here in our city quite frequently. But it's really important to learn to raise your vibration, physically, mentally, emotionally, away from fear towards love. If you stay in a place of fear, you'll be functioning on that frequency of energy, and you'll connect to or gather up to yourself like energies. So if you're going to pursue connecting to non-physical beings, do it in a high vibrational state, please. Let's go over here. Hello there. That's Karen. Hi, Karen. Gotta go. My hands. Again, William. Any. Sorry, honey. Just trying to help my friends. Hug to all. Okay. Bye bye. Have a great day. Anything from my ancestors? Hi, y'all. Hi there. You're very welcome. Question from Joelle. I drew a card for my godchild to know if she's going to have a baby boy. The answer was a clear no. Her answer was, if the angels texted me, I'm not replying. Not good vibes. Again, if you're going to do any form of divination work or, card readings or any of that stuff, it's important you learn to understand the difference between a high vibrational state of being and a low vibrational state of being. The vast majority of humans are in a lower vibrational state. Humanity is more collectively leaning towards fear than love, which is why you see so many of so much social and political unrest, because unconsciously we've more loaned ourselves towards the vibration of fear. What we wanted to communicate to you today was the understanding that you can alter and change your vibration to be in alignment with what you really want. And if you're in a vibrational alignment of love, if you're in a vibrational alignment to excitement and playfulness and fun, you're going to experience and behave and attract very different things in your life. And most people don't understand how to shift their vibrational state. They depend upon the outside world, the television, the radio, their politicians, their parents, their teachers. Everybody's depending on somebody else to make them feel a certain way. That's dumb and stupid. You need to really learn to generate your own emotional energy. And everybody is capable of doing this. Everybody. You don't have to watch a television to feel good. You can generate good feelings. You can literally do that as a function of your will. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your body. These are instruments, vehicles that you utilize as a function of creation. And when you can alter and change the energy, the emotion that you direct through your body, the minute you can change the vibration of emotion in your body, you'll start to change the experiences in your world. Individually and collectively, the planet is literally physically, the actual magnetic poles are shifting. The center of the earth is the what they call the molten center, the core of the earth is actually shifted away from the center. It's off center, and the poles are off center. That's because humanity is off center energetically. We are caught up in fear, and this has happened about at least 6 times in the last 72,000 years. There have been very systematic, approximately 12,000 year cycles where our emotions get to this place and we create a reset. Prior to 72,000 years ago, there were many times where civilizations lasted hundreds of thousands of years because the consciousness collectively loaned itself more to the play and the process of creation than the function of fear. And we see this function of fear very dominant on the planet today. Hi, guys. Good to see you. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about that, Joel. A question from One Love 77. I haven't even typed my question yet, and you just answered them all. Just mind blowing. Yeah, it happens a lot. People that book a reading with me, also find the same thing. People come, they bring 10 questions to a reading. It lasts about an hour. And usually within the first few minutes, all the questions end up being answered before they even ask the questions. It's quite remarkable. When you're not living from your separateness, from your own individual personality, when you don't believe I'm just John, or I'm just Mary, or I'm just George. If you believe that that's all you are, then that's all you'll experience as an awareness. When you realize you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are not that body. These are instruments that you use in the function of creation. And again, I apologize for the noise in the background. I have no control of that. For some of you might believe that it's annoying to you. For me, I'm good with it. So you're very welcome, One Love. I'm so grateful that you had that experience. Question from, yes, that's right. Very good point, Hassan. I am not the body, mind, or emotion. I am conscious. You are awareness. It's exactly what you are. Question from Sojourner. When a thought comes from the word I, is that the higher self speaking, or deceased relative, or energy from a living person? That depends. As awareness, you can recognize differences in potential in consciousness around you. For example, right now, I am aware that the hands of this body are being moved. I'm aware of that, but I'm not doing the movement. The hands are moving. I'm aware that there's certain thoughts. I'm aware of the noise there. I'm aware of these different things, but I am not them. I'm awareness, aware of. So that distinction of who I am, who you are as an awareness, that distinction of self, I am not my thoughts. I am not the emotions. I am not the body. But you have a responsibility over the nature and quality of those thoughts, the nature and quality of the emotions that those thoughts generate, and therefore the actions that body performs. If you're not aware that you are this awareness independent of thought, then you will become subjective to thought, which is what most people are struggling with right now. They're watching TV shows and movies that terrify them and scare them, and they can't sleep at night. And they're wondering, why can't I sleep at night? Because they're filling their mind, their thought world, with ideas that generate energy that's negative. Turn your TVs off. Turn your attention to love. But that's a really, from the perspective of I, you can perceive other potential. So I can tune into that person's grandmother because they're a different potential. I can become aware. The minute I think about somebody, even if I think about Nikola Tesla right now, I can immediately feel the energy of his consciousness becoming present, or Ascended Master Jesus. I can feel the presence of that energy. I'm aware of the shift in the energy potential, just as everybody else is. I'm not special. Everybody can become aware enough to discern between one potential and another. You're very aware. You're aware that you have a body. You're aware that you have thoughts. You're aware that you have emotions. Everybody has an awareness of different potentials. The question is, are you willing to train yourself so that you can become so acutely aware that you can tune into many different potentials, other dimensional realms, archangels, guides, ascended masters, Pleiadians, many of the other galactic family races that are here energetically that communicate telepathically. Yes, you can learn to communicate telepathically. What do you think thought is? Thought is telepathy, not transmitted. But that's another story. But thank you for that question, Sojourner. Really appreciate it. Yes. Hello, Facebook user. This will not. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Sarah. You're very welcome, Sarah. So great for that help. Jacqueline's asking, did I come to Earth this time to do energy healing work to help humanity? This is a beautiful thing. Thank you, Jacqueline. Yes, everyone has a potential to be a healer. Every single soul has the option of assuming authority over many potentials. In your case, you may choose that potential of being a healer, but then you must also understand what the nature of healing is as a vibrational function of your emotional field, which you can deliberately and intentionally generate. You can deliberately and intentionally generate a healing field with your awareness, with your thoughts. You can generate a healing energy. Any one of you can. Just as you can generate an energy of fear. If you think something's scary, you can feel the energy of that thought become anxiousness in your body. Just as you can be excited and you think something is so wonderful, you generate an electrical energy that causes the body to react. Healing is the function of emotional energies directed in very specific ways from one medium to another. Even the function of your pharmaceutical systems, where they take these substances called drugs, it's a vibrational substance imparted to another medium and induces a change. But likewise, you can take the energy of emotion, of vitality, of joy, of wholeness. You can take the vibrations of those energies and you can impart them to other people. As a healer, you can learn to do this. Although all of you are doing this process of transmitting energy all of the time, most of you are just unaware that you are doing it. You think that you are just feeling the things you're feeling because you're just feeling them. No, all thoughts, all emotions are effects of a creative process that you are either conscious of or you are not conscious of. Learn to be mindful of the thoughts that you will give attention to, the ideas you will give attention to, for all thought, ideas generate an electrical energy. The thought of love generates an electrical energy. The thought of sadness generates an electrical energy. And each of those electrical potentials as an emotion is very different. And coming to the position in awareness where you can choose this thought and say, this thought will generate an emotion that is uplifting. And this thought will generate an emotion that will lower my energy. And from the perspective of awareness, you can begin the process of rebuilding your mind, rebuilding your energy, rebuilding your body. Only from the perspective of awareness you can do this. You cannot do this in the confines of thoughts that you already have established in your mind. If you believe you are no good and you do not choose to consider another possibility, then you will be bound to the energy that that thought generates. But the moment you say, this thought that I am no good is not a thought that will generate emotions that I want. I'm going to shift my awareness to a thought that I am getting better every day in every way. I'm going to shift my attention to that thought. And if you pay close attention to the vibration that that thought creates when you think it, you'll start to become aware that you can change the energy within your own mind and body. The mind and body are the instruments that you use while you're in this realm, this dimensional realm of creation. Wow, thank you so much. Great questions. Great questions here, guys. Let's see, go down over here. Oh, you're very welcome, Joelle. Yeah, noise is fun. I've learned. They've taught me how to meditate with this stuff. Um, oh, thank you so much, Nancy. That's a beautiful thing to wish everybody. Um, here's a question from Vertical. Um, spirituality question. Spirituality. What is the next step for my business to be of service? They're telling me that serenity. Bring the vibration of serenity to your work. This is a group of angels that has started working with you. They're saying bring the vibration of serenity to your work. Ooh, chill bumps. Bring the vibration of serenity to your work. Wow. Anyway, guys, it's been a blast today. TikTok, thank you so much. If you're new to my channel, please remember to subscribe or follow me if you're on TikTok. Subscribe to my channel. I think we're almost to 2,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, so help me get to 2,000 subscribers. I'd be really appreciated. Patreons, you'll be receiving the email today about our event this week, which is called Wednesday Patreons Live Only event, is what we can do collectively to alter planetary reset. What we can do to alter the planetary reset. And that's going to be with the Ascended, which is a planetary collective that I work with. And I want to wish you guys much love. You know, if you believe that the physical dimension is the only place that you're going to learn anything, you're wrong. The physical dimension is where you learn to express your use of creative energy as thoughts, as energy. I want to wish you all much love. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And I will see you guys on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Bye-bye, everybody.